Ladies and guys who absolutely hate getting rejected, which is pretty much all of you, Andy here, author of the best Tinder guide on the internet, founder of KillYourInnerLoser.com, guy who can't actually fucking speak properly and fucks his intros up. This is the Inner Winner Show. Let's fucking go. So we're going to talk about rejection here. And the first thing that I really want to get across to you guys is I'm not going to be one of those dicks who will say, rejection, you just need to get over it, bro. You just need to go out and get rejected more. Bro, we all get rejected, bro. Just like put up with it. I want to come at this from a compassionate or empathetic standpoint. Rejection hurts. Let's not mince words here. Rejection hurts. Like, it sucks. It doesn't feel good having someone tell you that they don't want to fuck you because it feels like, or that they don't want to go on a date with you or spend time with you. It feels like a rejection of you. But the thing that I want to get across is it's not always that. Sometimes, yes, the person isn't attracted to you. Sometimes they don't like something you said. The more you do this, the more you'll realize lots of people won't like you. They won't like the way you talk. They won't like the things you say. They won't like the way you look. It's kind of inevitable. Even the most attractive person in the world is going to have people that don't like them. You can't possibly please every single human being on the planet. It doesn't work like that. If that was possible, there would be one guy that every girl fucked. And that wouldn't be very good for biology, would it? That wouldn't be good for spreading genes. It's literally not in human nature or animal nature to have one person that everybody wants to fuck. So therefore, you literally can't have every woman want to fuck you. Even if you were god tier attractive and rich and everything, some people just wouldn't like you. They wouldn't want to sleep with you. So rejection is inevitable. It does hurt. It does suck. But if you're getting rejected, you're doing something, I'm going to say something possibly strange sounding here, but if you're getting rejected, you're doing something right. Because the only way that you get rejected is by hitting on a lot of girls. If you don't talk to any girls, if you don't put yourself out there, if you don't try and go on dates, don't try and have sex, don't try and get a girlfriend, don't do any of that stuff, you'll never get rejected. Great. But you'll also never have the things you want. You'll never find an awesome girlfriend. You'll never get laid. You'll never build sexual experience. You'll never have fun. You'll never have adventures. You'll never do any of the stuff that I know most of you guys want to do. So the process of embarking on that journey of trying to get laid, trying to meet some awesome chicks, trying to have fun, it's inevitable. It's part of the process that you will get rejected. So again, if you're getting rejected, you're doing something right. It means you're actually fucking trying. There are so many guys that will sit there with a fear of rejection. They'll just sit on their couch at home every single weekend, never go outside and talk to any girls, never go on Tinder, never try and improve their pictures. Or if they are on Tinder, they'll just half-ass it. They'll take like 4 bathroom selfies and say, oh, that counts. That's good enough. They won't actually go out with a proper camera and do a photo shoot and try and revise the photos and do them again and upgrade them and do some more photos and change their style and whiten their teeth and all the stuff that we have to do in order to get to a point where we look good enough to get laid easily. You can get laid a little bit without doing that stuff, but if you want to actually get laid properly, you have to improve yourself. And that shit takes work. That shit takes rejection. It takes playing the numbers game. Because again, not every girl is going to like you. So the only way that you're going to find the girls that like you is by getting a few no's along the way. I know that it hurts. I know that it sucks. It never felt good for me. It still doesn't. I still get rejected now. I still don't like it. Why would I ever like someone saying, I don't want to sleep with you when I'm trying to sleep with them? I mean, the idea is that I find them attractive, or I find them cool, or I find them adorable, or whatever it is. I find them sexy, whatever the fuck is attracting me to them. If they then turn around and say, I'm not interested in you, that's frustrating. That's like, well, that sucks. I wanted to fuck you. Or I wanted to go on a date with you. I wanted to, do something with you. It never feels good. There will never be a time when rejection feels good. And I see too many, it's usually like a pickup artist thing. I get where they're coming from, but they say, go out and seek rejection. I kind of like that. What they're saying is like, go out and play the numbers game. But I don't think you necessarily have to, because some of them go a little too far and they say reframe rejection as a good thing. You can do that to some extent, and I can see how that could be beneficial, but I think you have to kind of accept the fact that rejection is going to feel bad. Like, it's not supposed to feel good. Now, you will get to a point where you don't care about rejections. Like, do I get upset if a girl rejects me? No. I wish she had said yes. It doesn't feel good that she said no, but it feels probably roughly neutral, maybe slightly below neutral. There's a small part of me that's like, God damn it, I wish you'd said yes. But I'm not sitting there getting upset over it. I'm not making it into a bigger deal. And that's when rejection hurts, guys. You're not, when you're hurt by a rejection, you're not hurt by the fact that she said no. Yes, you wanted to sleep with her, but it's more about you. It's a reflection on you. So if she says, I don't want to sleep with you, you're not pissed that she doesn't want to fuck you. You're pissed that, oh, girls don't like me. I'll never get laid. I'm a loser. This is like high school. This is like college when I couldn't meet women. I'm never going to fix this. I bet other people are having fun and getting laid and I'm not. I wish I could be as cool as those other people. It's all of those internal thoughts, those negative thoughts, those insecure and vulnerable thoughts that come up. Those thoughts aren't even, I'm never going to tell you, push those thoughts away and don't have those thoughts and ignore those thoughts or any of that sort of stuff. Because those thoughts, going through those thoughts and processing those thoughts is part of the process of getting laid. Like, you trying to get laid a lot, dealing with rejection, overcoming rejection, being okay with it, rejection at some point. It's like counseling. It's like healing for the soul. You have to go through all of these mental, like all of this shit will come up. And you have to process it and work your way through it. You can't run away from it. There's no way to suppress this shit because you are going to get rejected. And when you get rejected, you are going to feel bad. The only way to move past it is to go straight through it. You have to process it. You have to sit there and say, why do I care so much about this girl rejecting me? Is it because I didn't have a good sexual experience in college? Is that why I'm pissed off? Does this remind me of that? Is it because, I don't know, my fucking parents divorced? Is it because I got bullied as a child? Is it because my ex-girlfriend rejected me and eventually cheated on me and now this reminds me of that? Like, you need to process this shit, figure out where it's coming from, ask yourself these questions, work through it, talk through it. Come and post on my forums if you want. Talk to your friends, hit me up for coaching and I can help you talk through all this shit. Whatever it is, you need to talk through all of this shit. Grab a beer with your mates and fucking talk this stuff out. Part of the I'm going to say it again, part of the process of getting laid means going through this like vulnerable process of all this shit coming up that you've bottled up, that you've never faced. And I'll make it fucking clear. If you push through this shit and work through this shit and talk through this shit and process this shit and figure out where all these feelings and this pain of rejection is coming from, you will be an infinitely stronger man than 99.9% of men. Because most men do not deal with this shit. They will not face this stuff head on. They will just settle with the first girl who's nice to them rather than going out and risking rejection. They will not go up to women that they don't know and talk to them because they might get rejected. They will not go on Tinder and actually try. They go on Tinder and fuck around. Do you know how many profiles I've seen from guys? I did an experiment. I've talked about this on my website where I had a female, one of the girls that I was sleeping with, I got her, she let me use her Tinder. And I swiped through like 1,000 guys because I was trying to see like what are guys like on Tinder. And I wrote a whole article about it. And most of the guys on there were not fucking serious at all. They were just fucking around. They would put shitty fucking photos. They would put like bathroom selfies. They would half-ass all of their photos. They'd just make joke bios. They were not even remotely serious because if you take yourself seriously, you risk rejection. If you're on there and just half-assing it and fucking around, if a girl doesn't want to sleep with you, you can just be like, ha, I wasn't even trying. Ha, joke's on you. I didn't actually want to meet you. Ha, I'm just doing this for the fun of it. I'm just doing this for banter. So if you are one of the guys who's actually serious about this, if you're watching my podcast, you're probably fucking serious because I tell you to fuck off if you're not. I don't want you to watch my shit if you're not serious. Get the fuck off right now. Seriously. Like, don't watch any more of my shit ever again if you're not serious. I don't want you as a viewer. I do not want you in my life. I do not want to interact with you. Now that that's out of the way, anyone who's still watching, you're serious. You're serious about building an awesome life. You're serious about a sex life or a great girlfriend, whatever it is. You're serious about building something better than the average person has. And a big part of that means you will get rejected. In order to get a lot of yeses, you're going to get a lot more no's. Anyone in sales will tell you this. Anyone who's built anything will tell you this. Any business owner, any entrepreneur, anyone who's built something like I have with coaching and stuff like that, you will get rejected 10 times more than, for every 10 no's, you'll get one yes. Roughly. I've pulled that number out of my ass, but it does feel like that sometimes. It feels like 10 times more no's than yeses. You have to be okay with the no's, and you won't be at first. Like I said, it will suck, it will hurt, it will feel miserable. It makes all of these vulnerable insecurities come up, but by working through them, you will be in an infinitely better position than 99.9% of people. You will be a hell of a lot more stoic. You will understand yourself a lot more, and you will get to a point, I promise, where you don't care about rejection. I don't care about rejection at this point in time. It doesn't feel great. Well, it feels neutral. It will never feel good. Let's just say that. There's no world in which rejection ever feels good, but I'm at the point where I've been at this point for like 3 years where it's like, if a girl rejects me, it's like, cool. 1,000 other girls, 10,000 other girls rejected me. Why do I care that you have too? So the final solution, I sound like fucking Hitler there, don't I? The final solution is go and talk to more girls. That will always be the solution. That's the solution that every pickup artist tells you, and they're all correct when they say this. Everyone in the red pill says this. They're all correct when they say this. Every fucking dating guru will tell you this. Every mainstream article will tell you this. Like, everyone tells you this. This is like one of the few things that everybody has a consensus on. When you get rejected, there are plenty more fish in the sea. How many times have you heard that? And there are. There are a hell of a lot more girls out there. Or if you're a female listening, there's a hell of a lot more guys out there for you. Or if you're a gay guy listening, there's a hell of a lot more guys out there. If you're a transgender person listening, we have to go through all of this shit, so I'm politically correct. Which is as if I will ever fucking be politically correct. But there are plenty more fish in the sea, yeah? Go talk to more girls. Go talk to more people. Keep doing what you're doing. This is a numbers game. If you're trying to build a sex life or you're trying to find a partner that you really fucking love to bits, you have to go through a lot of people to find them. Not an insurmountable amount of people, but it's very unlikely. It's statistically almost impossible that the first person you ever talk to will be super into you and will just be the best person that you ever could have found and everything is perfect. Like, that just doesn't happen. I know it happens in movies, but that's because movies are full of fucking shit and they're trying to sell you something. That they're full of shit. So in the real world, it doesn't work like that. Go and talk to more people. Be okay with rejection as much as you possibly can be. Realize that it is ultimately a good thing. It will help you. It will make you stronger. And the more you get rejected, the closer... What's that saying? Every no is one step closer to the next yes. So every time you get rejected, when you're sitting there, you're upset, you're pissed off about it, remind yourself, okay, this hurts, but hopefully the next girl says yes. Or I just have to talk to 5 more girls and one will say yes. 10 more girls, whatever it is. It's never more than 10 girls, right? Unless you're hideously obese and you don't groom yourself and you smell like a wet fart or something, then sure, you're probably going to have to talk to 1,000 women before one will be nice to you. But for all of those of you who look average or above average, go talk to 10 girls and one of them will say yes. If you're still upset about rejection and stuff like that, go post on my forums, right? The guys on there are genuinely nice people. Post on there, you say, I'm pissed off about this rejection, or I had to go home and fucking cry in my bed because I was pissed off about getting rejected today. They will make you feel better. If you want me to make you feel better, I have a coaching group called the Become a Winners coaching program. You get daily access to me in there. You can come and post this shit in there and I'll make you feel better. There's other guys in the group that'll make you feel better as well. So I'll leave a link in the description below to that. I also offer one-on-one coaching if you want that as well. Link in the description below. And as always, let's all go out and crush our goals.